Have you ever been so excited to share some information with friends or family, and then they just ridiculed your idea that you were so angry, and you're just like, man, why did I even share this information with you? Well, if so, I'm going to explain to you exactly why they did that in this video. Hey, Jason here, and if you've been following me for the past couple of weeks, I've been diving deep into attitude. And remember, I'm studying, doing a self-study with Bob Proctor's program, and thought I'd just go ahead and do it along with you also. So that way, it's a way for accountability for me, and you get to actually see how I'm doing things with my life. Because sometimes a lot of people ask like, "Hey, how you been successful in certain things?" And I'm like, I'm just reading these books, but they don't really see how I'm breaking down this information and applying it to my life. And so let's go ahead and dig into it. And really think about that question though. Have you ever just had some information, or you had like a job opportunity, or maybe a business goal you wanted to do, or even startup, and you went and just shared it with some people, and they were just like, shit it on your dream. Like by the end, you were just like, man, why did I even come and talk to you? And we've all been there, and we've all had people like that in our lives, and sometimes we've been that person in other people's lives, and it sucks. I get it. It really sucks. As someone who left the United States, been on this entrepreneurship journey. If you've been following me, it was me and Chantel for the past couple of years. We were just doing this, learning everything we could, implementing things, starting new businesses, trying new things out. And it's not a lot of people that are supportive, especially when you have health or financial goals. I can tell you, like, I remember when I was still at one of my heaviest, old veteran, he was telling me, he was like, oh, you'll never be able to lose weight. And, I was just like, wow, man, it's really cool of you to tell me what I can't ever do. Like, fuck you. But that's my attitude towards things. Like, look at me now. I lost all the weight. I'm not 600 plus pounds anymore. My health is doing amazing. I'm walking around, chilling in Johannesburg, South Africa, traveling the world, living my life. So clearly, listening to skeptical people or people who are negative in your life, you probably don't want to do it. But I get it, because like, one of the things, like, a lot of people don't understand with me, like, I really, really take serious my health. Like, people think it's a joke sometimes, but oh, I'm eating this chicken leg, blah blah blah, and it's really disrespectful, for one. But two, like, people don't understand the work that I put in to get where I am today. Like, I was sick, I was dying, I was on my deathbed. You're not 600 plus pounds and you're healthy. You're not taking 40 plus pills and you're healthy. You're not needing a CPAP machine to breathe at night and you're healthy. None of that stuff was healthy. But now people, they see where I am in life and they think it's a joke. And so, like, I get irritated a lot sometimes. Now my attitude has gotten better about it. And that's one of the reasons why I really study this material deep, because you can't take these things as a personal jab, and you really can't. You have to understand how they're operating with their attitude and how their thought patterns are. And so that's why I wanted to really break this down to you today, because I thought this was a really important one. And I'm just going to skim the surface. I'm not even going to go real deep, because I don't want like a 30-40 minute video. And so and so it gets to the attitude. Like, you keep hearing me say attitude over and over again. And it's not just about the individual person's fault. Like, we've all been programmed to have a negative attitude. And you may be like, oh no, I don't know about that. I was programmed to be positive. Think about this. Were you ever programmed to not trust strangers? You know what I mean? Like, we got to be very cautious and be very aware of all the little bits of programming that was put into us, especially if you went to certain public schools or even some private schools. Like, how did they treat the kid that may have said an answer wrong or something? Like, that mean, oh, okay, don't go outside of nothing what you've been told. Like, we really have to start breaking down how our attitude was actually developed and programmed. Because most of us, it was programmed by people who didn't know what they were doing. And because they didn't know what they were doing, it programmed some habits in us that's not good for us. And this is why most of us are just negative. Like, this, most of the world is negative. Like, people don't want to hear that, but it's the truth. Most of the world is really negative. And so, because it was programmed in you, like, you want to start seeing, how can I change my attitude? And one of the best ways, or the gauges to check your attitude, is by your awareness. Now, awareness is actually gaining understanding, meaning you're losing ignorance in certain areas. Ignorance is not a bad word. I don't know why it's turned to something that's used as a bad word. Ignorance is not a bad word. Ignorance just means lack of understanding. It is the polar opposite of understanding. You either understand something or you're ignorant in something. There's very many things that I'm ignorant in life. Like, if you try to talk to me about sports, I'm ignorant. Even with cars anymore, because I don't have a desire to drive anymore. I'm ignorant with most cars now. You try to get me to do some type of plumbing stuff like that, I am ignorant. Electricity, I'm willingly ignorant. I'm just terrified of electricity. Just something I don't mess with. But like, really think about that. Those are just some of the areas of my life that I'm saying I am willingly ignorant. Now, what about the areas of our lives that we're not willingly, we're unknowingly ignorant, meaning we're not aware of it. So, for me, someone who was at 600 plus pounds, I was unaware of how to be healthy. And really think about that now. At 600 plus pounds, I was unaware of how to be healthy. I was just ignorant on health, or I wouldn't be 600 plus pounds. We all have to agree with this. Like, we can't lie to each other. Like, there's one of the things, like, I don't believe in lying to each other, especially about health and with the mindset stuff. Like, let's really be honest here. If I was 600 plus pounds, which I was back 10 years ago, I did not understand health. There is not a such thing as a healthy 600 plus pound person, not even a healthy 300 plus pound person. Like, let's really be honest about these things. And it's not body shaming or fat shaming people. As someone who was 600 plus pounds, I can tell you right now, I wasn't healthy. And that's something I'm not going to even argue with people about, because there's nothing healthy about being that big. That's why it's called severe obesity, morbid obesity, whatever it's called now. But like, let's really think about that. And so, because I started admitting that I was ignorant with health, I told myself I had to learn how to be healthy. So I did this, wrote down, okay, I did low carb, I tried that. Did Atkins, tried that, even though it's the same thing. Mediterranean diet, tried that. And I was like, okay, clearly I've done those, low carb Atkins, paleo, all of that crap. I was like, I don't agree with it. There were just things about it for me, in my spirit, it said it wasn't right. Not gonna knock someone else's lifestyle, but for me, it wasn't right. And so then I found plant-based diet and tried it out, transitioned, and guess what? I started getting healthier. So you know what I started doing? I started studying more, increasing my awareness about what's the benefits of eating plant-based. What are the health benefits of it? Here's one of them that was really, really good. Like, it was Dr. Michael Greger. He had a seminar that he was doing, so I attended. And I think I had to pay for it. It was an online seminar, and I attended virtually. And he had a part in there where he showed, like, you can regrow nerves. And so that really opened my eyes up, because at that point I was still had lack of sensation or feeling beneath my left knee. A lot of people didn't know that, but I didn't have feeling. So I had drop foot, little prosthetics to keep my foot from falling under me. Couldn't walk too long distances. Or I would have to have my little, like a little wheelchair thing that you could use around the house when I was in DeSoto. But all of these different things, but because I was increasing my awareness. I watched that video, and he's talking about, hey, we've seen this happen in plant-based diets over and over, where people's nerves are regrowing. So I said, you know what? I want to test it out. I want to really see if this works. And so what I did was I increased my awareness more. And how did I increase it more? I started doing it. Each and every day I was dedicated. I'm going to be plant-based each and every day. I'm going to be plant-based each and every day. After 6 months, the nerves in my left leg regrew. And after that, I was like, whoa, this is great. I didn't understand I was following these laws of science. I didn't understand I was following this success puzzle when it came to my health. Like, I didn't have the awareness that I was following something that has been written and proven to work at all the time. But now, studying this material and applying it and looking back at different areas of my life, I'm seeing where this stuff is real. Like, if you don't change your attitude towards something, if you don't start becoming aware of the thing that you want, how can you ever achieve it? How many people went and became a doctor or a lawyer and they never went to med school or they never went to law school? They had to become aware of the laws, become aware of the procedures. And it's the exact same thing for everything else in life. And so, really think about it like, what are some areas in your life? And remember, I focus on the three areas: health, happiness, and wealth. And what are some things you want in there? Become aware of them. If you didn't do the little thing I told you to do on Friday, where take down the happiness, health, wealth, and write down five your top goals for each, just do that now. I know you may be like, "Oh, Jason, you're just telling people to write this stuff down." Like, I have journals, and this is just the one I have left. I burned the rest of them because usually after I finish them, I burn them up. But when I'm just writing things down, I'm writing down my goals, writing down my, my future scenario. Like, how's my day going? Like, what kind of Rolls Royce am I in? What's my driver name? Like all of these different things. Like, it sounds crazy, but if you haven't tried it or done it, and you're not getting the results you want, is it crazy that I'm doing this, or is it crazy that you're not doing it? And so just really think about that, and I'll see you tomorrow.